This is Brian Thevenot, automotive editor at the LA Times, and I'm here with automotive writer David Undercoffler, and he's this week reviewing the Silverado full-size truck, the new Chevy. While the Prius hybrid may be the best-selling car in California, that's not true in the rest of America, where for decades the F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle, and Chevy close behind. Right? This has been a long-running rivalry between these two companies.
It has, yeah. Trucks in general it's a very loyal buyer. So once you pull in an owner, that owner is very unlikely to jump from one truck brand to another. And that's why you've seen, I think it's 31 consecutive years, the F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle, not just truck, of anything in the U.S.
More than the Camry, more than the Accord, more than these popular cars that you hear about.
And second to that has been the Silverado, and they've always sort of been, 1-2 in all of the sales charts.
Gotcha. So what's Chevy added to this new truck? Is it a big departure from the old truck? And what sort of powertrains are they going to run in this thing?
So actually, it's not a big departure. If without parking them next to one another, if you saw the new one on the road, you may not even notice that it's new. You do put them side to side, and you are going to notice some aesthetic differences. But by and large, Chevy really didn't deviate from what has made the truck popular. And you talk to experts, and they say that this was a deliberate move. You've got a very loyal buyer and owner that Chevy has, and they've worked very hard to get to that point for a lot of years. Right. The last thing they want to do is deviate too far from that recipe and alienate those buyers. So they stayed sort of true to what the Chevy truck has always been, and given those buyers really a lot to look forward to. But it's not really going to shake up the truck market.
Gotcha. And this, David, this has two V8s and one V6 option, but no diesel, no real fuel efficiency play here. Is that surprising to you?
It is, and especially when you look at what competitors are doing. Again, Ford a couple years ago really shook up the market with the EcoBoost engine. It's a turbocharged V6. Right. It's an alternative to the V8. They still sell a V8. But this EcoBoost gives you similar power, similar towing, and then more efficiency. A lot of people were skeptical about the popularity of that. Right. The V8 is usually sort of something you're going to pry out of a cold dead hand.
Sort of seems wrong in a
truck,
right?
But Ford says that in 2012, 40% of their F-150 sales were the EcoBoost. So it definitely surprised a lot of people. It's a very popular option. Right. And then on the Ram side, for 2014, they have a couple different efficiency plays. All of their Ram 1500s will be available with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Right. So you've got that efficiency. It has a base V6, and it will also offer a V6 diesel, which when you compare...
that's new.
So yeah,
so we haven't seen that before.
We haven't seen that before, and when you pair a V6 diesel with an 8-speed automatic transmission, you're going to get good power, good towing, which is always important to a truck driver, and also really good efficiency.
Really good highway mileage in particular.
Yeah, and that's a compelling package. So Chevy doesn't really have anything to directly compete with these powertrains yet. That could change in the future.
So that said, how did it drive? You spent about a week in the truck. What did you think of it?
It's a great truck. I mean, it's very competitive for the segment right now. Key improvements were especially within the interior quiet and comfort. It is it's, as I said in the review, it's quiet enough and comfortable enough to make a Cadillac engineer blush. It is, and that's definitely something they wanted to improve on. They've acknowledged that they needed to improve the previous generation.
And
also, a lot of room in the back.
Trucks can really feel like luxury cars.
They can,
and they can also be priced like luxury cars.
I mean,
how high can you run up the price on this new Silverado?
The one I tested was about $50,000. That's about as much as you can spend on a Silverado. So then GMC sort of takes it from there under the GM nameplate. The Sierra is sort of the luxury play. You could spend well into the 50s on a GMC.
Great. Well, thanks, David.
Yeah.
And for more on this story and other automotive news, please see latimes.com/highway1, our automotive blog, and the Saturday Business section.